Hello, Jim Steska here, coming to you from Fredericksburg, Virginia. Thanks for joining me. What I'd like to talk about this evening is my recipe of the week, Sesame Chicken Rice Bowl. Very easy to make, incredibly easy to make. So I wanted to share this great recipe with you. I've just started making this recipe. I got the idea from my Insanity nutrition guide. Okay, it's kind of my version of it. What I use to make the Sesame Chicken Rice Bowl is Uncle Ben's brown rice, whole grain brown rice, ready rice. It only takes 90 seconds to make this rice. Okay, there's only 4 kinds of Uncle Ben's ready rice that I recommend, all of them because of their low sodium content. Every other one of those types of rice has too high a sodium content. But you could switch out rices in this dish. I just used the whole grain brown rice this time. But you could use the basmati brown rice. You could also use the jasmine rice. Okay. Or just the plain basmati rice. Okay. Those are the 4 kinds of rice. The only 4 kinds I would recommend from that type. And it only takes 90 seconds to make a whole packet. Okay, and I use a cup, which is a half of the packet. There's 2 servings, 2 1-cup servings in a packet, and I use a cup for this dish. Okay, I use 4-ounce chicken breast. It's about a half. I just took a whole chicken breast from a BJ's packet of chicken breast and cut it in half. Okay, and I have a picture below the video. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll have a link to my website, but on my website I'll have a picture as it's searing in the pan. I pan sear it. Okay, put a coating of non-stick spray in there and pan sear it. Put some black pepper and a little bit of spice on there. I use what's called a spinach and herb spice on there, and some black pepper, and pan sear it on both sides. Okay. Make sure it's done all the way through. You don't want to have any pink, of course. And I pan sear the whole thing. You could cut it up if you want, make it easier, and that type of thing. But I like it nice and juicy. And if you cook the whole piece, it'll be juicier. Okay, and it's very similar to cooking it on the grill, really, if you do it right. Okay, you could also use grilled chicken. You could cook the chicken on the grill. That would even be a little bit better, actually. But if you want for convenience of just staying inside, not worrying about the grill, then just pan sear it. And I have a picture of my pan there. The pan I use is a ceramic pan, and I specifically use a ceramic pan lately because all of the news out there, all of the information out there is indicating that if you cook with the different aluminum type pans, most pans that you buy have aluminum in them. Over time, the aluminum can leach in your food potentially, and that really isn't good for you. So, my wife actually bought that ceramic pan for me for Christmas. I'm grateful to her for it, and I've been using it just about every day, a few times a week, to pan sear my meats as I make my meals. So while that chicken's cooking, you cook the rice and then also the vegetables. Just put a half cup of peas and carrots. I just use a frozen bag of peas and carrots, and a half cup of green beans, again frozen. Put a little bit of water in a glass container. Again, you don't want to use plastic because when you heat plastic, again, that could leach into your food. Use a glass container. Cover it lightly. And bring it to a boil so it doesn't boil over. You got to watch it in the microwave so it doesn't boil over. And now I have in the recipe for about 5 minutes. That might be a little bit too long. Okay, but at least 3 or 4 minutes. Being careful so the water doesn't all boil over. However, if you have it just covered lightly. If you cover it with plastic, it shouldn't boil over, of course. But the plastic will probably bubble. Just be careful. Okay. You can always do it on a stovetop pan as well, the vegetables. Okay. Then when everything's done, you mix that all together. Cut up the chicken real good, real nice, and mix that all together. Top it with a teaspoon of sesame seeds and a teaspoon of sesame oil. That gives us a nice sesame flavor. Okay, and that's what really makes this dish. Okay, so you got a nice dish with high in protein, got the right amount of carbohydrates. Okay, I have this for lunch, so it's great in the middle of the day. I'll actually have this for lunch tomorrow. I'll bring this as my lunch tomorrow. Okay, I made this dish today, just today. So I'll have it for lunch, and it'll be delicious and very nutritious. And I have the instructions and the nutrition below the video, as well as pictures of the chicken searing in the pan, the packet of brown rice in the microwave, and also the finished dish. Okay? So if you make this dish, please try and make it. Feel free to comment. Tell me what you thought. Okay? And any comments I definitely welcome. And may God bless you with excellent health, and have a nice evening.